So we're going to try something different. We're going to talk about Arlecchino's role in the big 2025. Now, this a little weird, but I figured it'd be an interesting series to start doing because, well, I mean, it does change, right? And a lot of people, depending on their level of, character, they could see Arlecchino here as a melt DPS. However, if you have Mavuika, most of the time, you're not going to be seeing Arlecchino as a melt DPS. What you're going to be seeing her as is a vape DPS, which has actually gotten better even since Natlin, because I love I love Inefa for Arlecchino. So let's go ahead and toss out some of these guys, and let's get on to this. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps me out a lot. Let's go ahead. I think I'm gonna take her into Abyss a little bit. Yeah, we'll go against the Hydro Tulpa. Would kind of make Yelan a little bit useless. However, I mean, it's not that bad. It's Yelan. She's not like, it's not like Miss Coffee becoming useless, Okay, so let's go ahead here. I mean, to me, oh, I missed Inefa's Q. I mean, I'm going to be using Yelan just for the damage bonus, by the way, in case you're wondering, why is he switched into Yelan? And it is important to note my Arlecchino has a C2 on her, so yeah, that's going to obviously affect our damage. Kind of sucks that this guy is right out of the Bennett ring. I'm trying to dodge. Yep, okay. Alright, so my Arlecchino is C2, but, I mean, I love this character, man. No matter how much, she gets power crept or how much whatever, this character is still good. It feels like no, it's possible that it's biased. I'm not even gonna, try and lie and, say, oh, I'm not biased at all. No, it's definitely possible that it's just complete bias because, I mean, my profile picture is Arlecchino. This character, when she came out, was probably one of the most fun characters to use. She was so fun to use, and, she still is that fun. She hasn't, she's been power crept, right? Mavuika is better than her, but it doesn't feel like that, it feels like, Arlecchino, Pyro DPS, she's still very good, right? It's not like Yoimiya and Hu Tao, who are years old at this point and feel awful to play. This character just feels like just the same as always, really good. It's just that if you're trying to use her on a melt team, she will play a little differently, which I personally don't like, but I know a lot of people do like. So it just depends whether you have Mavuika, whether you don't have Mavuika. They both have possibilities, because be honest, literally, if you need to use Arlecchino and Mavuika at the same time for whatever reason, you have Bennett and Eonson. You put Eonson on Mavuika's team and you put Bennett on Arlecchino's team. And after that, if you look at my team right now, they don't share teammates. They don't. There's no teammates being shared. So right now, she really has been relegated to a vape DPS, which it's not even that bad. The only time you'll ever feel like, oh, Arlecchino vape DPS is so bad is when you compare it with Arlecchino melt, right? Because, Arlecchino vape, it's a whole little thing in of itself, right? It's, different, and it's a lot weaker than Mavuika. And we'll go ahead and I'll take it into Stygian in a minute, right? But let me go ahead and grab up all this stuff, and we'll see. And go ahead and do this. So yeah, especially with Inefa now giving extra elemental mastery to whoever the character is. I mean, I just overall is just really good. Yeah, we can just slap this guy a whole bunch. I mean, our vapes aren't really interrupted, and if they are, I'm kind of trying to see if they're interrupted. I don't think they're being interrupted, but if they were to be, you just would throw Xingqiu instead of Yelan on this slot. But I don't think they are. I don't think that the vapes are being interrupted. But yeah, we saw that. I don't know how much damage it did. But again, I mean, we cleared Abyss very easily. Let's go ahead into the real challenging content real quick and go into Stygian. I'm going to just use Vape Arlecchino here with Inefa. I will say Inefa does feel like she really made Vape Arlecchino a lot better. Purely because, one, she gives the shield. So she's got extra shield, right? My Arlecchino with the C2 is more defensive now because she has the extra, 20% shred on herself, or the resistance, not the shred. But, overall, I just really do feel like, Arlecchino can really hang now, See, I didn't want this video to turn into me talking about her too much. Oh, I might have needed to, put Favonius on my... Yeah, I need to put Favonius on my Yelan. Let me go ahead, switch into Xingqiu. We'll just do Sack Sword. We should be fine after that point. There should be no issues. The issue was just the Hydra application. Could even do Furina, just for... Could. I could. I won't, but I could. I do genuinely think I could do Furina and it would work out pretty well. Alright, so he's on Sack Sword. Let's go ahead. This should be completely fine. Alright, here we go. Yes, and yeah, as you can see here, we're just gonna go ahead and destroy this guy's shield due to Arlecchino's pretty just massive damage overall. Not really much else to, say. I mean, she's just doing really strong damage right now, and that's what's, getting her so high up. Now, we're gonna go ahead and do this a little bit, and then we'll pop Xingqiu's Q skill. There we go. Yeah, just gonna get rid of this guy. This guy, he'll be gone in a few. We're still doing Vapes. We're still doing, Lunar Charge. This is working great for us. Alright, our E skills will be up in a second. Yes, they will. Thank you very much. Our Q skill will be up in a second, too. Yes, alright, cool. Okay. Gonna just keep going. 180,000 there from the vape, and we should 200% mono life. There we go. Super strong damage. Let's keep it going. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's pop that. Make sure. I think if we keep staggering them here, we could do very well. Only issue is we got to keep staggering them, which is not something easily done. Okay, just keep it going, yes, and we did it. All right, yeah, so not too bad. 85 seconds. I mean, that's talking a C2R1 Arlecchino. That you're not gonna get that time with, regular Arlecchino. However, she's still worked. Take away the C2, you're not looking that bad. Arlecchino has been around for so long that realistically, if you were that dedicated of a main, C2R1 or C1R1, not really that hard to obtain. This is what, her third rerun, or maybe her second. I think this is her second rerun coming up. I do just really think that Arlecchino has been holding up pretty well. I don't really see, she reran in 5.3. That was her first rerun, and now she's rerunning in just a little bit in 6.1. Not too bad. Oh, she's in the second half. Yeah, maybe should have made a Furina video. Huh. Well, whatever. I like Arlecchino. So the regret video will be a little bit spaced out. I do feel like these videos kind of overlapped. I might not do this series again. I was just really just trying to, talk about how the character really has fallen into her place. And I really, genuinely, honestly, I probably should have been using I know this entire time. Because what that would have allowed me to do is, one, well, Noblesse is already on Bennett. But it would have allowed me to, have a very easy to get energy source. And then it would have also given me, the extra 60 elemental mastery from this artifact set. Whereas before, or right now, we're only getting 60, right? But Enefa herself is given like 200 elemental mastery to Arlecchino, which is just phenomenal. I do genuinely like Enefa. To me, just feels like she belongs on the Arlecchino vape now. Like, she really does. There's no other character I would put here. Like, no other character. I feel like this character is just like, it really did bring vape to me closer to melt. Not necessarily in damage, because I really do feel like if you're trying to do melt versus vape, you'll see, the thing. But I think overall in team composition, this made it just so much easier to use, right? Because who else was I putting in this slot? Shilonen? It's not a bad character, not a bad character to put in here. However, I do just feel like Shilonen, again, used on Mavuika's team, right? Arlecchino now does feel like if you really needed her to be on field and use her, you have a team that you can use that isn't necessarily super competitive with all the other characters in the game. Because like Bennett, realistically right now, is not a competitive character. He's not, all right? The only other character who's like really top tier that wants Bennett is Mavuika, right? That's the only other character, and she has a really good Eon-san replacement. The only thing would be like if you're using Overload Varissa and you're trying to use, Eon-san with her, and then you go to Mavuika, and then you have no Bennett, and then you have Bennett with Arlecchino. That's when it can get tricky. But overall, it just does not feel like this team is competitive. Like if I needed to bust out this team, if I wanted to bust out this team, it would work, right? I'm not really struggling to use Arlecchino. I just don't really use Arlecchino because at this point there are just better options, right? And even still, I had her at number 5 on my last DPS list, or maybe I didn't. So she's at number 5. I mean, this character, if I went for an overall, list, I mean, this character was at number 5. right? Comparing every single version. This is obviously before Luna, and I probably would go ahead. Would I put Flynn's above Arlecchino? Probably. Overall, I would probably do that, just because I think Flynn's right now is just stronger, right? I do. You know, and they do weirdly use kind of the same team, because again, I know would be great here. I know would have been great instead of Yelan here. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I do think that Arlecchino right now, she's actually in a weirdly good place. Like, she's not the best pyro DPS, but she doesn't need to be, right? Like, it feels like Lenny, right? Lenny, mono pyro. No other pyro DPS was using that. It didn't matter if he wasn't the best. He was a completely different team, right? And you were able to use him overall, you know, if you wanted to, right? I don't have Lenny, but I can imagine that's what it felt like. So yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.